In the previous video, we already spoke about the types of passive aggression. And today, let's talk about why people are using passive aggression and what to do if they do, because life with a passive-aggressive partner can become a nightmare, so it definitely needs to be addressed. My name is Darina and I'm doing my psychology postgrad in Australia. Let's get started. The good news is that a lot of the time passive-aggressive behavior does not occur consciously. In simple terms, people may not be aware that they are doing it, or that it's called passive aggression, or that it has a negative effect on you. Which means that if communicated to a person that their communication style or style of expressing their frustration, disagreement, resentment is, gently speaking, is bringing you unpleasant emotions, there is a big chance they will try to alter it. Of course, as usual, many things are coming from our childhood experiences. And the first reason why people using a lot of passive aggression is avoidance of confrontation. Some people may have learned that direct communication leads to conflict. However, they cannot just to stay quiet and not expressing their feelings at all, because the frustration doesn't go anywhere. So if they cannot express their anger openly, they have to express it somehow. So they turn to passive aggression as a last resort. And reason number two, people are becoming passive aggressive because they have difficulty expressing anger. And again, we come back to our childhood. When we are growing up, we do not know yet what is good and what is bad. We just experience an emotion, demonstrating it, and by getting a certain, I would say, feedback, we are learning about this emotion. So most likely these people were shamed or punished for showing their frustration. They could be told, good girls or good boys don't get angry. How dare you are to confront your mother? Such an ungrateful kid, I gave you birth, I raised you, don't you dare talk to me like that. Instead of trying to understand why the child is angry or frustrated, because anger is just our reaction that something is not going right, and irritation is when we suppress this anger. So growing up like that, an adult might feel uncomfortable or guilty about expressing anger openly and finds it easier to mask their emotions and use passive aggression to demonstrate their true feelings. By the way, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me as a new creator. And reason number three why people are using passive-aggressive communication is because of their fear of rejection or abandonment. They might use passive-aggressive moves to kind of test if others really care about them. And instead of saying, I'm upset, they drop hints to see how people react without risking a rejection. And reason number four is lack of assertiveness skills. Simply, people do not know how to say things in a manner that will convey the feelings without sounding offensive or rude. Also, it can be that it was the only example they saw when they were growing up. They just do not know how to act otherwise. And reason number five is the most ugly reason people use the passive-aggressive communication style, and it is desire for control or manipulation. Here we come back to our favorite abusers, narcissists, manipulators, or just very insecure personalities who use this type of communication, since it allows them to humiliate the person, confuse the person, gaslight the person, and consequently lower their self-esteem to easily manipulate. Additionally, they still can look innocent because it is very hard to prove that the fact of passive aggression happened. And here comes the most important question: what to do if your partner is using a lot of passive aggression when it comes to some sort of disagreement? We are going to talk about all the instances that we talked about today, besides when they do it on purpose. Firstly, you have to make an invisible visible, which means you have to make them aware of their behavior. For example, you can ask, what just happened? And they can be like, what? So you can explain in a nice, kind and calm tone how their behavior just looked. Very, very important is not giving an impression that you are blaming them, that they are a bad person or something. You have to speak about behavior rather than them as a person. Secondly, you can explain how it made you feel. Just name your feelings. Explain that when they act in this way, it makes you feel this and this. And additionally, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't solve the issue or anything. So consequently, you can explain or demonstrate different ways to react to different situations. So a good saying to see here would be lead by example. When an appropriate situation happens, express your feelings, show an assertive way of demonstrating frustration, and you can also point to them. Look, you can do the same, you can be vulnerable because I am. So another tip that gradually forms from the previous one is that you have to make them feel safe to do so. So when they will try to do their first attempts of demonstrating aggression, resentment and other feelings in a different way than passive aggression, try not to discourage them by an overly bright reaction or attacking them. Acknowledge that they are doing a great job, show acceptance, show understanding, and so on. I know that there will be people who will say, "Oh my god, that looks like talking to a child," or "I'm not their therapist, it's not my job." And partially, you will be right, because in an ideal world, it is. However, come on guys, you are not perfect, I'm not perfect, the world is not perfect, and I believe that sometimes we have to do a few extra steps towards our partner to help them with something, because this is what you would want them to do when you need them. It is a rare quality these days to be nurturing, and I bet your partner, no matter how old they are or how long you guys been together, will appreciate it. I don't know what video is on the screen right now, but I'm 100% sure it will be beneficial for you. So click here to watch, and please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.